Hi, Redemption Church. Pastor Daniel Davis here with the second week devotional for the New City Catechism. I'm excited to do this. This week is especially an important question. You kind of can't get more basic than the question we're going to ask and answer this week. The question is, what is God? And this is the most important question. A.W. Tozer said that what comes into our minds when we think about God is the most important thing about us. That worship is pure or base or impure as the worshiper entertains high or low thoughts of God. So the more true and high our thoughts are of God, the more pure our worship will be. And we were made to worship God. And so this question of what is God is a fundamentally important question. So the answer for this question of what is God, it says that God is the creator and sustainer of everyone and everything. He is eternal, infinite, and unchangeable in his power and perfection, goodness and glory, wisdom, justice, and truth. Nothing happens except through him and by his will. This is a big answer to this big question, that we can't get a more lofty, a more high answer to the question of who or what is God. Is that God is the creator and sustainer of everyone and everything, including you, including me, including our church, our city, this planet we are all living on, this galaxy that we find ourselves in. God is the creator and sustainer of everyone and everything. He is eternal and infinite. He has always been. He always will be. He is limitless in power, unchangeable in his power and perfections, his goodness and his glory. He is infinitely good, infinitely glorious. He is infinitely wise and just and true. That nothing in this world happens except through him and by his will. God is infinitely powerful, infinitely sovereign. And the Psalm 86, 8 through 10 says, "There is none like you among the gods, O Lord, nor are there any works like yours. All the nations you have made shall come and worship before you, O Lord, and glorify your name. For you alone are great and do wondrous things. You alone are God. But you, O Lord, are a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness." This is such good news. One of my favorite chapters in the Bible is Isaiah 40, and it paints this picture of God that we should not ignore. It says, "Go up on a high mountain, O Zion, herald of good news. Lift up your voice with strength, O Jerusalem, herald of good news. Lift it up and fear not. Say to the cities of Judah." So he's saying, go up, proclaim this good news. And he says, "Behold your God. Behold, the Lord God comes with might, and his arm rules for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his recompense is before him." So you have this picture of strength and might, but it's immediately followed by something different. I want you to hear this. "But he will tend his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs in his arms. He will carry them in his bosom and gently lead those that are with young." We have this picture of this God who is infinite, eternal, like glorious, good, just, wise, and he is for us. That this God who is all those things is all of those things for our good. Like, how much comfort can we take in the fact that God is so gloriously great and intimately present? So my prayer is that as God comes into your mind this week, that you'd be filled with wonder and awe that he is infinitely transcendent and also personally immanent, that he cares for us. He tends to us like a shepherd, gathering us in his arms, binding up our wounds, caring for us in our need. And so that's good news for us. And I'm praying that you guys would continue to learn these things. There is a shorter answer. We're going to read this again. I'm going to read the whole answer. And then I want to read the children's answer for this week. So as you're going through this with your family, that you remember there's a shorter answer for the kids, because I know this one's kind of a mouthful. So I want to challenge you adults to learn these things, internalize these things. but also to teach these things to your children. It says, what is God? God is the creator and sustainer of everyone and everything. He is eternal and infinite and unchangeable in his power and perfection, goodness and glory, wisdom, justice, and truth. Nothing happens except through him and by his will. And the children's answer is much shorter, but just as powerful. What is God? God is the creator of everyone and everything. It's good news, church. We'll see you next week.